My name is Bryce Weiler. I was born 4 months premature, which caused me to be blind. And growing up, listening to sports was always something I enjoyed doing, whether it be college basketball on XM radio, soccer on whatever channel I could get it on. Soccer from England was always my favorite, listening to the commentators with the British accents, describing shots on goal and talking about meat pies and everything. So, growing up, listening to sports, I never thought that I would be able to play sports. But whenever I was in college, I got the opportunity to sit on the men's soccer bench and also on the basketball bench with the former Aces head men's basketball coach Marty Simmons and Mike Jacobs, who used to be the Evansville men's soccer coach and now has gotten much more famous and is the general manager for one of the teams in your guys' league, Nashville. So, being able to sit on the basketball bench and the soccer bench really changed my life because I was able to, be around players and coaches. I always, really enjoyed sitting on the soccer bench because I was able to kick soccer balls at halftime. Coach Jacobs did let me sing before one of his matches when they played Butler and our friend Paul Snape, but they lost to Butler, so no more singing before national anthems for me, because he was a very superstitious individual. He's actually the first person I ever did talk to for a pregame segment, so interesting fact about that. And then, sitting on the basketball bench, I'd say probably the sport that I like most, a slight bit over soccer because it's less confusing with the random offside call and I don't know how to analyze properly, is basketball, because I like shooting free throws before Aces home games and shooting on the basket and throwing passes with players and coaches. That really showed to me that even though I might never be able to live my ultimate dream in life of being able to see, I'm still able to do things people didn't think I could do, like commentating sports on the radio. Now, the first time I ever commentated soccer on the radio was my first sport there at Evansville, and then I started doing basketball after that. And there was a commentator one time who didn't want to let me commentate basketball on the radio because he didn't think that I could do it since I can't see. So he didn't want to let me, but there was another guy who made him let me commentate. And then he realized that I could commentate, and since then we've commentated many games together. I've commentated over 120 sporting events now: soccer, baseball, basketball, softball. But also during my time there in college, I had many students who helped me out getting my food in the cafeteria, or taking me to shoot in the practice gym, or going over early so I could interview soccer coaches. And if it wasn't for those students, I wouldn't have been able to make it through my 4 years there at Evansville. And I kind of took them for granted a little bit when I got for my master's program. It was a lot harder for me to find students who wanted to help me and things like that. There'd be many days I'd be down standing by my dorm and asking random people if they'd want to eat with me in the cafeteria, or help me get my food and things like that, and they would tell me no because they were scared to guide me. So that really taught me you'll never take things for granted to people, because there might come a time in your life when you really need someone to help you and they aren't there for you. So when you have people who want to help you, or take time to shoot baskets with you, or kick soccer balls, you should always be thankful for what they've been able to do, and helping me out with things since I can't see. So I finished up my graduate school in 2016, then I started helping sports teams make their stadiums more accessible. I've done it with some baseball teams, and I've also done playing on the field programs with various sports teams across the country. Mainly with baseball teams, but I can do it with soccer teams if you guys want to do that with your team, bringing some fans on the pitch. It's soccer, I can't say field anymore, I have to say the pitch. I have to say training, not practice, right? Yeah, I've been studying. So, before one of your sessions where you guys train fans who might be blind or deaf or having autism can come play with you guys, kick the ball around, take some shots on goal. That's always fun. Maybe they'll score on you if they're good enough, but you can probably stop their shot potentially. But those are some programs I set up across the country. I go all over the country setting up programs, not just in sports, but giving all groups of people who might be blind or deaf, having autism, in a wheelchair, whatever their special need or their challenge might be, a chance to take part in sports, art programs, cheerleading programs, dance programs, even doing like iFly where they like fly around in the air. I don't really know. I'm not doing iFly, that's other people setting it up. That kind of scares me. We're also doing a fashion show. I'm definitely not setting up fashion shows. So I stick to the sports, cheerleading, dance, and the art section, and I let the others do iFly fashion shows. So if you want to ever look at our website for our nonprofit, it's called the Beautiful Lives Project. It's www.beautifullives.org. If you want to share it with your friends, I set up programs anywhere. I got to go to Cumming, Georgia next month for a Playing on the Field program. If your family or friends wants to give some money, we take PayPal, cash, checks. You can mail in a check or share it with your friends. And I think the greatest thing that I've learned about people in my 6 years of college, the 4 years at Evansville that were wonderful, and the 2 years of graduate school at Western, which were harder for me, just finding people to help me and things like that, or that you don't have to have a famous job title to really impact someone's life. Some of the students who helped me out during my time in college are people I talk to just as much as my friend Brad Stevens, who coaches the Celtics, or various other coaches and managers that I've been able to come in contact with, and that's really shown me that if someone's willing to give their time to help me, then that's a person that I should spend time with, kind of like your coaches, Coach Burke and Coach Wheaton and the other coaches on your staff, and letting me come speak to you. All you guys are so young on your roster if they have your ages, and it was like 16, 17, 18. I'm like, no, that can't be real. So I'm like, Jason, is that real, or was my computer just not reading it properly to me? He's like, no, that's an actual thing. They're actually 16, 17, and 18. So for you guys to be that skilled in soccer and to be playing in such a great league here, and maybe stepping up to the next league at some point, or maybe some of you have already. I couldn't read all the bios. I tried to click them all, but didn't have enough time because I was practicing. You have such a great platform where you can go out and talk about whatever your favorite cause might be. Maybe your favorite cause isn't playing on the field programs, but you care about doing something for hunger, or people who don't have a home, or things like that. So when they come do media sessions with you, you have to talk about your soccer match, or what you're doing well in training, or whatever they might ask you about. But also you can talk about, hey, we learned this from someone who's blind who came and spoke to us today, or last week you might help someone who had trouble walking across the street because they had crutches or a scooter or things like that. So talking about those things, media is always going to listen to you guys as players and your coaching staff, and more than myself, who can't see. So using your platform to talk about whatever is important to you guys in your life, or something that you want to change, because with what you've been able to do in soccer, I guess some of you guys are on the under 17 team or 16 team for the team here in the country. You're able to use that and to share and to help others to overcome obstacles and challenges, and also to talk about whatever is important to you guys. So that's something hopefully you'll do. So in a second we are going to play a game. So I'd like two of you to come up here, please. And we're going to play a game using my cane. I guess I should tell you what game we're playing. Otherwise you're like, we're playing heads up or what?
You got Matt, Ben up here.
All right.
Matt's right next to you. Ben's on his way.
Okay. Okay. So I'd like one of you to go hide somewhere in the room, and so the one who's hiding has the easy job. So of course we should decide who wants.
Ben's 6'4", so.
So I can look at him. No. I'm going to show you how to do it.
Redo it.
Because Coach Burke will be yelling at me and stuff. So, all right, so you're going to hide somewhere, and you're going to give me a sentence, and I'm going to come find you using my cane, and then Matt, right? No, Ben? Matt? Yeah, okay. So then you're going to go find Ben using my cane, using the proper technique, because I don't want you to get injured, because your coaches will be mad at me. I'm ready for my sentence. I'll leave your hidden. Oh.
Ben, you gotta say something.
I'm just waiting on my sentence. So.
Like a sentence.
An actual sentence? Like a compound sentence? Or
Ben,
like
say
Ben, say something.
My name is Ben.
My name is Ben.
Nice to easy, man.
Can I have a second short sentence?
Alright guys.
All right, good. Did you go back there?
Bang, give another sentence.
I play soccer.
You did go back there. Alright. So
We got him.
he just wasted a super good hiding spot. That was amazing. I never fail that early in my game. Alright, so he just probably wasted the best hiding spot in the world, but now it's your time to shine your diamond. So close your eyes, and then he's gonna give you a sentence.
Bang.
Ben. I guess they're pushing him.
Yeah, how about now?
Ey, no lo saben, pues.
It's a tablecloth.
You got a sentence, Ben? You ready?
Man sucks at soccer.
Alright.
You're supposed to keep it on the ground. It's not. Yeah. Did you watch me use it? I definitely wasn't swinging it around. You asked for a second sentence as well. 'Cause I
Next,
didn't make
next sentence.
You're a loser.
At least I get kind sentences.
I'm gonna hit the wall.
Come on, take the ball. Very hard.
This is me. Sorry, Matt. Oh, you got me.
Ben, again.
I like your shoes.
Oh, you're still searching out,
Mm-hmm. Another sentence.
I like your tattoos.
Yeah.
Alright, one more time.
Breathe down their necks. You got me.
There we go. All right. Perfect.
So what did that teach you? Things you might use in life or in soccer, and if you want to trade and make Ben do it, that's up to you and Coach Burke. If you guys trade and
Go for it.
Yeah.
Ben, do it. Ben is definitely walking the wall.
Alright, so Matt's going to hide for you now. And then we can have questions, and I'll ask also questions when you're done. So. We've now spent 2 good hiding places, so where's the third one going to be?
I think Matt's is terrible.
Did you use your coverage here?
A bag. I booby trapped it.
Are you serious?
No, I didn't. It's
It was
been.
just set up that way.
Yeah.
Alright, give me another one.
Fake Matt's can't rap.
Not gonna punch that.
Another one.
You have a big head.
Ben, that's it. Oh.
Who?
All right.
So, what did that teach you, both of y'all, about things you might use in life or in soccer, and then after you answer that, hopefully actually answer. Some people say, I don't know, they don't give me anything, and I'll take whatever questions the rest of y'all might have for me.
like trust your instincts, and you have to listen like a lot tougher than you would if you couldn't see. Because you know, like, and also sometimes depending on where the voice is coming from, you kind of have to, because like the walls and stuff will kind of give you somewhat of a location of like where it'll be, because like the wall.
You get the echo off the wall.
Yeah, the echo off the wall. So you have to pay a lot more attention for sure.
I would say you have to be a little bit, I guess, fearless, because I mean, it's scary when you can't see anything and you're just walking and you feel like you're gonna run into something. So I don't know, like, be fearless. I don't know.
I mean, you actually give me answers, so it's better than what I get half the time if I don't know and they give me nothing, so. You guys have any questions about how I commentate, or any random questions about being blind? You ever want to ask someone who's blind but never did? Whatever you want to ask coaches as well, let me know.
Yeah, I have one. So when you're commentating,
Yeah.
you do more of the color commentating?
Yeah, so, yeah, we'll talk about what's happening on the field, and then someone does play-by-play, so.
Okay. So you use their play-by-play to form your opinion of what's
I
going
also
on in
like
games?
read everything about every single player on the roster and every coach and the other team, and then, you know, in college, like I would try to go talk to the, you know, like the coach of the other team, and obviously I would know the home coach already, so I would know stuff about their team. So when I do like the Bees baseball games, I go talk to the other team and their players and manager. There's two teams in the Bees League who don't like me, so I just avoid them. But the other 6 like me, so I go learn facts about their pitcher and everything, so soccer's kind of the same way.
So it all boils down to preparation.
Yeah, just like how you guys, you know, practice for your soccer matches, I practice for my commentary.
What's your percentage for the free throws?
About 40, so the best I ever did was 12 in a row. That was before one of Evansville's home games in 2013 at the Ford Center, 12 straight free throws. And in their practice round, I've made 8 straight free throws twice.
Wow. All right.
Anthony? Good.
Alright, so
It's okay if it's weird, just
this is kind of a weird question.
That's
but
what I
like,
assumed, because y'all were just like laughing back there, so I'm like, alright, this is gonna be weird. I'm always gonna talk the weirdest one I've ever been asked, but
Alright,
if it doesn't,
so-
let you know.
so when you dream, when you're asleep, like what do you see?
So I don't see anything, but I hear sounds and voices, but I don't see anything. And that was not the weirdest question that I've ever been asked.
What is the weirdest question you've been asked?
Really? Alright, fine. So one guy asked me, oh god. To a basketball team last year, he's like, when you go to the bathroom, do you stand or sit down to go pee? And I'm like, well, if the toilet's at a decent level, I stand up, but if it's super low, I sit down. So yeah.
There we go.
Top of that, but it had me a little nervous.
All right. That was a good question.
Anybody else have any other questions?
Do you have a good idea, like in your imagination of like what you think, like if you were to go like outside, like what it looks like around you?
I don't really worry about what it looks like, but obviously like I pay attention if there's like grass or cracks in a sidewalk or stuff, because that's how I learned how to navigate. Like at the Bees baseball stadium, I can walk everywhere to the clubhouse and the dugout and the press box and the front office and all the food stands. So I learned that by like paying attention to like trash cans. Like 3 doors down from this trash can is the elevator, and after you go through this wide open space on your left, 2 more doors down is the ticket office. So all these random cues that like mean nothing to you mean everything to me. So when someone moves a trash can, I get kind of mad because I need that trash can to be there.
Great, well, thank you for coming. For us, and sure guys pick things up and learn from the experience. So
I'm hoping to